yes, let's unmute myself just in time to cough. I mean, that was totally a great plan, right? Just like stay muted while I'm setting everything up, and then as soon as I unmute, I need to cough. Hi, everyone. So yeah, I had a long day at work. We are super severely short-staffed right now.
This dog is Dancy Prancy, live face, trying to get me to get up and do stuff, but he don't not time for it. Little bad dog.
Loki's been pesting Nash for food. Just a little bit.
Dog.
He does this spinning in a circle dance, and I mean, that's not too bad, but then he starts snapping his jaws, which is actually really obnoxious, and I have not yet been able to convince him of that. Yeah, Nash forgot how to English. Is a side effect of the dog being pesty. He has lost his words. He has no words. No words. That only makes sense if you play this game. Hi, Mops. Hello, Josh. Joshy man. Hello, Christias. I'm so bad at pronouncing screen names. But hello, peoples. Yeah, I'm not in South Africa right now. The last time I logged out of the game, I was playing around in scenarios. So y'all got great intro music here. Hanging out in Council of Venice. Oh, I got it? Fabulous. I'm mostly alright, Mops. Thank you for asking. I'm still a little bit tired after all of that sick and the antibiotics and stuff, but I'm mostly alright. We're gonna run for at least a couple hours tonight and see how long I last. But I hadn't gotten around to doing any of the scenarios in SWL yet. I was not a huge fan of them in TSW. I started liking them more once I started upgrading my gear a little more and I got dead less often. I remember when SWL was released, a few people complained that they made the scenarios too easy, but maybe I am, despite my obsession with this game, perhaps I am actually a filthy casual. I like what they've done with scenarios. I get how it could be boring if your gear is higher than mine, if you're used to like a higher level of challenge in your scenarios, but I kind of like being able to just drop in and kill things, and it's not quite as much of a headache, and it doesn't take as long either. So it's different. There's some things I miss from TSW, but overall I'm liking the revamped filth casual. You're gonna tell KG, oh no. Oh no. I was also trying it on the easiest level. I am going to hope and assume that the harder levels are in fact more difficult, because that is what harder levels are supposed to be. I'm gonna have to play with a group at some point though, because I used to do scenarios with Janet and the rest of Otterdown, and if you actually get a group, I could see it being a lot more frustrating if the scenarios are a little too easy.
Please proceed to a testing chamber.
No, we're not testing right now. I don't know why we're running back out to Agartha when I could just teleport to South Africa, but apparently I want to show off all the pretty bookcases. And I do love the music in here, so that's my excuse, right? That counts. It's a good excuse. You were too spooked by scenarios in TSW to do them, yeah. I got into them really late. And going into them kind of late, when you were a little bit, like, over-geared for them, it wasn't that bad, but it was still... One of the biggest changes they made is that it used to be, even if you were doing a solo scenario, you'd have 3 different groups of survivors that you had to protect. So you were constantly running all over the map and trying to keep track of everybody. And now, at least the solo ones that I've done, there's just the one group of survivors, which simplifies it a lot. And I understand why some people think that simplifies it too much, but it makes it a little more, for me at least, of like a relaxing thing to do instead of like a, oh my god, I have to run around and everybody's dying, and oh god, now there's Phil. Now there's Phil. You did your first scenario on day 1 with your solo build? Testing chamber in Aperture? I was in the, see, the scenarios do not take place in Secret World real life. They take place in a testing chamber. a simulation. We'll maybe do scenarios some night. I don't know if they're all that interesting to watch, per se, but we can do that sometime. I adjust my chair. I have this bad habit of moving too far forward in my seat, and then the slide-out keyboard tray, I suddenly realize I can't actually do anything with my mouse because my hand is under the rest of the desk. But yes, we can go back to South Africa. I left off kind of abruptly last time. Yeah, I usually ran with a buddy or two. And that's the other big thing. The scenarios in TSW were a lot longer. They've shortened them up a lot, which also makes it a little more convenient to run, especially if you don't have a whole lot of time. Yes, we do want to travel to New Dawn. This will no longer be first impressions. I'm sorry to say, my self-control is not that good. When I ran out of voice to stream, I spent the rest of the day running all of the content. I've heard a few people say they got through all the content in 3 hours. I guess maybe. But I was in game for a good 8, 9, 10 hours, just kind of poking around at things and seeing if I was missing stuff, and I had fun. I've actually played through most of the content a second time, too, because I had time off work. So this is no longer brand new first impressions of the content. I apologize. And I think I've gotten most of the lore at this point. I'm still missing a little bit, but I haven't quite decided if I want to look up a guide for it or not. Yeah, it took about 4 or 5 hours for you. That probably makes a little more sense. I was going really, really slow, and I took a break a few times to get food or take the dog out or... we are not doing that part of the content yet because we were still back at the, we're back at the sabotage mission, and I am so amused that I couldn't find where I was supposed to go for that. Because as soon as anybody who was here, I cut off the last stream because I realized I hadn't eaten in hours and I was actually getting lightheaded. As soon as I ate and came back to the computer, it was really, really painfully obvious where I needed to go to continue the quest. So I'm almost a little embarrassed about that, but not really, because I was tired. I needed to eat. Yes! Why the hell is KG in the field? Oh yeah, you had to take a break to go to class in the middle? Yeah. Yeah, honestly, 4 or 5 hours sounds more normal, real person to me. Part of that time was because I insisted on finding the dead drop for that side mission. So that was a whole crap ton of running around in circles. Because I was stubborn. I mean, I wanted to at least get it once to get that crossed off the list of achievements. But I have completed the dead drop, and I couldn't believe it when I actually found it. I didn't really think I would. I figured I'd just be running around in circles for forever and then have to give up, because sleep is a good thing sometimes. But no, I actually did find it. I've talked to a few other players. I've been informed that the dead drop location, and spoilers still, obviously I already tagged everything with spoilers, but this is a spoiler. Talking to other players, I found out that the dead drop location does change. I don't think anybody's confirmed yet how often it changes, but the location for that does change. Oh, good question. I mean, that's supposed to be just another happy, derpy Morninglight person, but I could see that. I don't think Obama's a member of the Morninglight, though. I don't think he'd get wrapped up in that. I really don't. Oh, that's the only mission you didn't do? Yeah, I got freaking stubborn. I had completed, you know, all the other side missions, all the other main missions, and I'm like, I am completing this one. Damn it. But yeah, apparently the location does change. It makes me wonder if at some point the players can either... See, and I don't know if it changes based on instance too, or if it's the same for everybody, because I'm curious if that's something that over time players could set up something in general chat or in sanctuary chat or something, where you could go into the chat and just be like, hey, does anybody know where the dead drop is right now? And then if somebody's found it, they could be like, hey, you know, this is where I found it. I haven't seen... Oh, see, all my windows got moved around. I haven't seen event chat get used a lot lately, and I don't know if that would really be a good thing for event chat per se, but it's a thought anyway. That would also depend on somebody in the area having found the dead drop. Templar. I have good friends who are Templars. I would not want that name associated with the Templars any more than I would want them associated with Team Blue over here. Now is this... Hello, dog. Anointed guide. Okay, so this is where I actually was. And I need to get into the right out. Oh, no! Oh, no! Something has gone horribly wrong. I'm missing all my outfits in Fashionista. Apparently an update broke. I don't think there was an update. I don't know what happened. Okay, well, I'm just gonna have to change clothes on the fly here quick and then figure that out later. Loki, do not even. He's grumbling over there.
We are all made of stars.
It's very important to be wearing the right outfits here. Players of the game understand you must be dressed correctly for the situation you are in. I want it under the Lost Desert. I want those ankle boots. I want my safari shirt.
Change.
I need my other gloves. Loki, you're being terrible. Just stop. I need to remove the hat. I need... what am I wearing? I need the green combat headset. And what am I wearing right now? I have the holly hairpin, which means I was wearing mistletoe. And I think that's everything I had. Loki! Sorry guys, I probably should have muted myself before I yelled at the dog, but he's being a huge pest. No more cult jumpsuit? No, I got the achievements I needed for wearing the jumpsuit and doing things in it. Oh, and then I had the necklace too. The necklace, is that? He just won't shut up.
Be the change you want to see.
You.
Yes. You're right out there to give him attention, and he was doing that growling thing.
Yeah, when I was in there, you were right.
Yes. He's spoiled. All of our animals are spoiled. Necklace. Got the dream catcher. I think it was the home handmade. Oh, handmade drop necklace, maybe? Yes. Yeah, I don't know what happened to my fashionista outfits. I'm gonna be kind of sad if I have to transfer them all over again. Because I'm not sure what happened that I lost them. But that's not something I need to figure out right this second during the stream. I knew I should have backed it up again, though. I keep reminding myself, like, every time I add stuff to the fashionista thing, like, I need to do that backup option, so I've got the text file saved in case something like this happens, but oh well. Okay, what were we doing? We were going to go back to the mission that we never completed last time.
We are all made of stars.
So yeah, we're currently in the Morninglight encampment. We flew out here with, I won't say a friend of ours, with an NPC that we've had dealings with before, and we don't like him very much. but he promised that if we came out here with him, he would help us get to another NPC that we are very interested in taking down. So we are trying to infiltrate this cult encampment right now. Kind of 50-50 by trying to do the right things and blend in, and then also by taking advantage of this dude that we know to try to get us in sideways, so it doesn't take quite as much effort. Yeah, fashionista, that's one of the things you should always back it up. I have failed to do that, but it's a good idea. So you're gonna go back and take this mission again.
If you feel any confusing thoughts, please see one of the favored right away for guidance.
You are anointed.
Holy fuck, hero. Didn't expect you to make anointed so fast. Color me impressed. Follow me. You have to kill someone? Blow someone? Kill someone whilst blowing them? No, don't tell me. Save the story for the plane ride home. This is your crib. We can talk here. Second thought, I'll talk quicker. I got this thing I need done. You do this thing, and I'll get you into the favored precinct. From there, it's just a skip and a jump to Marcades. Comprende? I'm having what might be construed as a crisis of fucking faith. Not in the screaming void of glorious change. I know it's out there. But in the ones preaching they'll get me there. The Morninglight sent me to Tokyo. Thought I was just there to divergentalize this local dude, John Copley. But things have gotten all kinds of complicated. I know the who and the when and the where. I want to know the whys. You get me the mission files, and I get you where you're going. Uno, dos, tres. The mission name is Foul Fellow and Gideon. You remember that? Foul Fellow and Gideon. Get the files and get the hell back to Dodge.
Yes, Mops, it is that asshole. We flew out here with Che.
If you feel any confusing thoughts, please
Because
see
we
one
are
of the
apparently a little bit
favored
silly.
right away for guidance.
And despite many, many, many misgivings, he was like, dude, you know, I can get you in. Your faction is gonna love you. If you can get Philip Marcaud, and, you know, I can get you there, buddy. So we have reluctantly come along with him. Mirror Universe Nash, oh god. Oh god, no. Oh, I have nightmares now. Yeah, I still have the dead drop up. For anybody who's curious, when we were talking about the dead drop thing, that's a side mission you can do. There's a character who says that his people have previously left him a dead drop, but it was I can't think of the word I want.
Change.
The Morninglight found it out, so now he's got another dead drop coming, but he doesn't know where it is. It could be in a bookcase, it could be on top of an air conditioner somewhere, it could be disguised as trash on the street. And the area for this dead drop is all of this. It is all of that. And players have confirmed that the location of this dead drop does change. We don't know how often, but it does change throughout the day. But like this, spoilers, this is where I found it before. It won't be here now. I've taken to just picking up the mission when I'm out here on the off chance I run across it while I'm doing other things, but it's really not that likely unless you're consciously looking for it. Your Toad's ready to switch to Team Blue. Oh, that's what he said. Okay. Oh, it was compromised. Thank you. That is the word I wanted. I couldn't think of it.
A reminder to our foundlings. Please obey the
Let's get back to the mission we're actually running instead of the one I pick up just on the off chance. Oh yeah, I have to read the Anointed Guide first. Phase 2 of the cult. I read this all in the last one. I'll leave it up for a minute here. But it is more fun cult stuff. Now we don't have to worry about collecting points or wearing our jumpsuit. And we have freedom. We are trusted to leave the camp following proper protocol. So yeah, we've leveled up to level 2. We get another jumpsuit, and that is, you know, wearable clothing that you can wear whenever if you really feel the need.
Be the change you want to see.
Yes. I mean, Damon would be awesome on Team Blue, but I don't know he and Kirsten would get along. They might get along very well, though. They seem to get along all right on Twitter when both of the NPC accounts were a little more active. So we have been placed in the telecommunications team. Tomorrow we will report to the call center, we will be assigned a desk and shown the pattern and procedures. We get to telemarket. This will seem like a mundane task at first, but it is vital. The world is in trouble. We are the only ones who can draw our society's poisons from the minds of the lost. We are changing the world, and you will help send out the call. Get some rest. Tomorrow is bigger than you can imagine. You don't actually have to sleep just yet.
Welcome.
We can actually run. And I've still got my sprint up from when I wasn't streaming. We'll turn sprint down. I'm not running 5 million miles an hour on the stream.
Hey.
The end is nigh, but the
That's just a
end
little
is the
suspicious
end
device
of
over
the
there. Nothing to worry about.
Welcome.
I can give you the address to local Morninglight facility.
Wait, wait, wait. There's a thing here. Oh my god, you guys! We found the dead drop! We actually found the dead drop just while running a different mission. Okay, that's freaking awesome. I know it doesn't do a lot of good to mark it again, but now I know 2 possible locations. We found the dead drop! You guys are good luck. That's kind of amazing.
Anointed. If you feel
Last time I spent hours going over the entire area.
right away for guidance.
Oh man. Okay. Well, we're gonna go return the dead drop quick because that was insane that we actually found it. So we'll go hand in that mission quick before we continue the main one because that is insane.
Hey.
That is absolutely nuts. Okay. Oh. I ran the wrong way.
Where did you find it?
Yeah, dude, I found your thing.
But the end
I have found your thing twice now. This is something else that's kind of a spoiler. You might have noticed when I was running through the missions the first time, anytime I tried to turn in a mission, I just got a little notice here that we didn't have phone signal. No signal, no mission report. After you've completed the story, when you run back through, you do get mission reports. You get the generic ones for the side missions, and then you get mission turn-ins from your faction leader for the main missions, which I think is very, very neat. I don't think Galactrix is in here tonight, but he was teasing during that first run-through that obviously they were just trying to avoid writing more mission text by being all like, oh, there's no service. And clearly that's not true, because there is mission text for all of the missions, just when we don't have signal, we can't read it. I thought that was very clever. They did a lot of really, like, cute, small, little, clever Easter egg fun things with this one. There's a thread about it on the forums right now, just the fun little details people have found, and I've probably posted more posts on that than I should have, but I kept finding things when I was running back through everything, so...
Be the change.
Okay. So locate your assigned PC. You think I'd remember? Okay, it's this one. Yeah, Josh is saying, which I didn't have any problems with that, less reading in between missions, just sent the mission report and moved on to the next mission. I was fine with it, and it worked with the story. I do like getting the mission turn-ins from Kirsten, just because she's so hilarious so much of the time. But yeah, no, it made sense in the story, it worked for me.
Excellent. If I could just get some information from you.
Okay, I'm trying to decide if I really should go through all of this New Day stuff. Because again, like, I did read all of this the last time I streamed.
Excellent. I'll send you the brochure. If I could just get your address.
I guess not everybody was around last time I streamed, but okay. So this, we'll do 50-50. So the computer thinks we're Marika because we stole points off of a dead woman, basically, to move up to Anointed. That's the short version. We've got this little bracelet thing that was collecting points every time we did something that helped the Morninglight, every time we harvested crops, every time we cleaned graffiti. And
Hello,
then we witnessed, we didn't really witness her murder, but we found out that a poor lady got killed by the wildlife out here, and her arm was still missing, so we kind of found her arm and stole her bracelet so we could get into Anointed much faster than we could have on our own. Although there is also...
a higher income, and
oh, it won't let me get into it from here.
life by following just a few small steps.
Oh, sweet! Okay, that's probably why things are weird. Sorry, side note. I had, these achievements were broken for me. There used to be a bug when you were transferring over your TSW cosmetics to SWL that it would give you all of your cosmetics, but none of these achievements would be marked as finished, even though they should have been. And I sent in a petition about that the other day, because I've been meaning to get that fixed, and it looks like they fixed it, so thank you, Funcom. This also explains why probably why Fashionista is being weird. Because they probably had to do something on the back end there, and that is not their fault at all. Again, I should have backed it up. But sweet, my achievements are fixed, so thank you. Thank you, Funcom GMs, thank you, Funcom Help. What I was trying to get into was... Regional, South Africa, New Dawn. You can't... There is an achievement to reach the rank of the Anointed legitimately. I am currently at 48 out of 1,000 points. Yeah, same here. I just figured it was part of the story.
Excellent. I'll send you the brochure. If I could just get your
I kind of really want to work on this just because I can. I don't know if I'll complete it or not, but obviously, I mean, I've got 48, so I'm making some effort. Anyway, so we are in theory telemarketing now. The first day stuff is all like helpful caller tips. It's giving you kind of the overview of the stuff. They can give you a call list. You are anointed. You are vital to our global mission. You are a mouth of the Morninglight. One body, many mouths. Endless mouths. Because that's not creepy at all. We get helpful caller tips. Most of them are smile. Always smile, because they can hear you smiling even if they can't see you. Which is creepy, because if you've ever worked any place that you had to make professional phone calls, that is a real piece of advice they give you, to make sure to smile, even over the phone. Chad is the squirrel. Yeah, or well, Chad's a chipmunk technically, but that's the outfit you're thinking of is Chad.
Can I talk to you today?
Yeah, I also grinded those credits, so I'm kind of, we'll see. I don't mind harvesting corn. This is all like very real life general like telemarketing advice. Like, don't get upset, stick to the script, make sure to smile. Use your discretion.
About our fine line of self-help books and nutritional supplements? No.
We get examples of the script, like, hello, I would like to talk to you today about the Morninglight. 5 minutes could change your life. If I told you you could get a better job, a higher income, and a better life by following just a few small steps, Is that something you might be interested in? It's very much that sort of thing. And if you walk along the other desks here, you can hear that the other NPCs. This is the script they're reading from. They're reading from these scripts. I think call list just lets you know what you're supposed to do with the call list. It doesn't give you an actual call list. You did. You got the part right. Oh, you worked call centers for 5 years? Yeah. I've worked entirely too much retail and customer service that when you do have to make the phone calls, like, you know, that is what they tell you. And 6 is accessing internal files. So to access internal files at New Dawn, type in the name of the file you're looking for. If you require a file name, speak with your manager. Some files will not be available to you. So we know what file we're looking for, because Che told us, like, we need to find that one. And it's very conveniently our mission title too, in case somebody forgot to write that down. Somebody on the forums has also mentioned that using the names Fallfellow and Gideon is another little Easter egg. I don't want to spoil it for anybody who wants to look it up, but that is another kind of fun little Easter egg. So, that file can only be accessed directly from Morninglight server terminals found within the call center. So we cannot access that from our computer.
Birthdays will no longer be allowed.
Yeah. Oh, you work retail now? Yeah.
The date of your birth is
Yeah,
meaningless in the
I've been in it a long time, but yeah. Yeah. So this I already know, because we got just about this far last time. We figured out, you know, this is the other room. And we figured out, you know, we can try typing it in here instead. But it's deemed sensitive and can only be accessed from Terminal D, see your office manager. Now, this was the point in the last stream that I started running all around the building and circling and going all over and going in the office over there, and I was really confused that I couldn't find anything. That's because I was kind of being a derp. Because it's right here. That was just the hiding in plain sight. Almost plain sight. It's just right here.
Access is denied.
That was the big secret that I couldn't find for the life of me last stream, was that it was just behind the shelves. So I hope anybody who watched that and had already figured it out for themselves was super amused. So we need a key card, which obviously we're gonna run to the manager's office and do that. I was just fast enough. If you try to grab it while she's in there, it won't let you take it, and she will actually say something along the lines of, well, that's my key card. You can't have that. I forget the exact wording, but I find it very amusing. Oh, you did the same thing? You kept running to the things with the tape drives? Yes, so did I. That is the same thing I did. I kept running over there. I'm like, I was convinced that that's what it was. These guys over here? I was convinced there was something that I needed to push, or I needed to do something, and yeah, no, it was behind the shelves.
I told you you could get a better job.
We also thought it was maybe behind this door for a while, or maybe there was a window I needed to crawl in.
Could I talk to you about the asshole?
As far as when I'm doing like customer service stuff and I get more pissed off, I don't know if it's still gonna happen now that I'm down in South Carolina, but when I was in Minnesota, people noticed that my Minnesotan accent would actually come out more when I was trying really, really hard to be nice to somebody that I kind of wanted to punch. So, oh yeah, no, I understand. I really do. Oh yeah. I don't know why. I have no idea why, but that was apparently my thing. So we can open this up now. Yes, we would like to enter Terminal D. Sadly, because it's a sabotage mission. I believe... That's not what I want. Mission, South Africa... Oh, that's right! Okay, so technically, I have completed this mission in its entirety without getting zapped by anything. Unfortunately, it was after I had been zapped, and then I accidentally left early, and then I came back in and I had to go through the entire thing all over again. So I did not get credit for that achievement because I had actually been zapped while I was completing the mission. I don't know if I'm going to go for a perfect run this time. The easiest way to get a perfect run is to not go into some of the extra rooms. But I believe I need to go into one of the extra rooms because that's one of the lore things that I figured out. Anyway, I'm getting off topic. So we're in the back room and we have this nice little pamphlet about the Vigilance drone. This exciting technology is built right here at New Dawn by some of our most brilliant technicians among the favored. The more technical aspects will be covered in later chapters, but let us start with a quick overview of the basics. So this is a new mechanic for stealth missions that happens in New Dawn. We've got different sensor modes. The green mode is motion triggered. The purple mode operates based off biosignatures. Blue mode is stun. Red mode is lethal. And in case you didn't quite catch it, there's a post-it note here. See them when cleaning, don't move. They don't see. And these things are kind of terrifying, especially the first time, because we've been trained in this game that drones will zap you. If drones see you, drones zap you. Oops. I moved too fast. Well, now we don't have to worry about trying to get a perfect run. But yeah, usually the drone... Oh, it went away. I forgot that it does that. Hey, nobody's gonna believe me, but for the record, in all the two or three runs I've done, that's the only time I've been zapped by that drone. This is the issue with trying to talk and move at the same time. Do they ever have those things on stun mode? I haven't seen that in South Africa. And see, they say that they're made right here. Because when they say stun mode, I think about the Orochi drones. Because those ones always stun you, but they're trying to say these ones are different, so... Okay, so we hack into this guy. Foul, fellow, and... That is deemed sensitive and can only be accessed from Terminal D4. So we need to find D4. And we need to not... Okay. I'm switching my sprint again, because we don't want to be caught by security cameras. Yeah, cameras. And having ridiculous sprint kind of helps with that. Can I get this? Get this right time? I do. Yeah, that green light, that is security cameras. And that is a laser. Dude, the game lagged. Witness me, the game totally lagged. That's okay. I don't know, I don't think I've been caught by the... I don't think I've been caught by the purple ones. I'm honestly doing a really crap job at this mission right now, but... that's okay. Jump over the laser. Now that's D2, I think? Oh wait, I remember this one. This one has a security camera and that thing. And I know D2 isn't the one we're supposed to be looking for right now, but I want to get to it because I know it has lore on it. Because I did catch that in the forums. That's one thing I kind of hate with the security camera and the green drones. You really have to watch what shade of green it is on the ground to figure out what's going on, which is kind of a pain in the butt. You figured since the achievement was blown, you ran into a drone for giggles? Yeah. Like I said, the one time I made the perfect run through here, I'd already been exploded the first time, so it didn't even count. So this terminal, a little bit of spoilers for further ahead in this mission. A lot of the computers will give you hints for more information you can get, but you have to go to a different computer to get it. So we've all been running around, like, typing all this stuff into the different computers to try to get all this information. This one computer, despite being a pain in the butt to get to, there's no hints about it. There's no, oh, you can only access this file from D2. So everybody's been trying to input things into this to figure out what it is. And I'm one of the ones who, I sat here for quite a while the other night trying to type in, you know, Anima, or Gaia, or Illuminati, or John. Well, not John, because we know John's on a different one. But I believe we finally found what it is, which makes me so mad because I was going to try this the other night, and I'm like, that's too easy. There we go. Taste and see, taste and see, taste and see. There is one of the pieces of lore I do not have yet. And props to the player who figured that out, because I swore I put in everything I could think of into this computer, and the buzzing was one thing I didn't. Oh, Twitch is having some connection issues tonight? Okay. Well, that's good to know. Which one is this? This is... Ooh, this is hyena lore. Nightwing's laughter, the deadly chuckle. Walking dawn in the dark hours, their bellies are the network mass grave of the foundling recruits who never ascend. So yeah, that one I caught. I forget if I caught it on Reddit or on the forums. Because I've kind of been checking back and forth between both of them. Okay. But very, very, very much props to that player. Because I did, like, I put in Anima, and I put in Emma, and I put in Gaia, and I put in Fear Nothing Foundation, and I put in Orochi, and I put in Morninglight, and everything I could think of. Except that one. Except that one. I think I even put in B. I'm just hitting all the lasers tonight. Don't mind me. Nobody's ever gonna believe that I did that one good run of it, but that's alright. Okay, we'll see. I'm still showing green on OBS, but... see if I can do this without blowing us up this time. That would be cool. Okay, and I'm not going to go in there right now because that is D3. No, I have to because I have to turn off the camera, damn. Okay, we will just try not to get exploded this time. Surely we can accomplish that much. Security access. Disable security cameras. Yes, please, thank you. Oh, you just watched a stream die and lag graphs on Twitch status just spiked. Okay. Eep. Don't mind me. I'm not moving. This is not a good run of this, guys. I am so sorry. That is a little bit more accurate if this was my first time through, though, because I don't think I had a lot of luck my first time. I usually don't. Lasers, jumping, sabotage. Not really my strong suit in this game. Investigation, I can do, you know, my weapons are fine, I can kill things. Not always really great at the sabotage. Oh, man. This is another one with bow. And I forget the pattern. Put you over in the corner, and I need you. That's what I need. I can't go there because I can't move. Yeah, not that I'm being a stellar example of great sabotage techniques tonight, but in general in this game, if you're doing a sabotage mission... Ah, I got stuck. It's a very smart idea to kind of sit for a little bit and watch the pattern of the cameras. Watch the pattern of the cameras, watch where the lasers are, watch anything that has a pattern. You know, watch for your opening, watch for the corners where it stays dark. All of that good stuff that I'm not doing tonight, because I am clearly not at my best. Okay, so we have D4. And now we can actually look that up. So, the great message must occur. Yuichi is to be the bearer. Should he falter, we will activate John Copley as a contingency. For anybody who remembers, Yuichi is that guy who's, well, he's Rum's brother. He's the one with the hat that was in Fear Nothing Foundation and then got freaked out and bolted. He was the one who's supposed to be responsible for the filth bomb in Tokyo. When he cut out, that's when they decided to go with John as the backup. Though John shows promise, but he requires a push. He must have the paradox of insecurity and confidence. He must be pliant, yet believe he can enact great change. We've assigned Shay Hansen to be John's enabler. Shay will spend a week with John. Camaraderie and excess will help... camaraderie and excess will put John in the proper focus for an audience with Marcotte himself. Should Yuichi falter, John will carry the great message. John the finger, Shay the itch. Neither need be aware of the ramifications. They are vessels, sacrifices to the dreamers. The unenlightened will call it the greatest act of occult terrorism since the Third Age. We call it the Great Coming Together. Marcotte's will be done. The endless mouths past the periphery smile. Update. Yuichi is... I can't say his name tonight. Is compromised. Enact Foul Fellow and Gideon. See also John Copley, Shay Hansen, and Enabler. So this is one of the things I'm talking about, because if we try to look up Enabler, it says we can only access it from Terminal D1. But we can look up Che, one of our more accomplished enablers. His appearance hides a cunning mind, powerful skills of observation, and ruthlessness. History. Born 1952 in a commune in southern Oregon, a commune led by Beaumont. Appears ageless, but how? Che left the commune at 13. Reasonable success as a petty thief and dealer in Venice Beach. In the late 60s, Che enrolled in CIA research program MKUltra, experimented on with LSD. We tracked Che's movement to Newcastle, England in 1970, where he traveled with a group of deadheads. He does not surface again until 1972, in a camp in Guatemala, having no memory of the time in between. Here, Che met Beaumont again and learned certain disciplines to treat the worst of his addiction. The two founded a small, mystical sect. In the late 90s, Che and Beaumont joined the Morninglight, setting up a recruitment camp in Baja. Che, a valuable enabler. Update, Shay will never achieve favored status. However, it's important to let him believe he might. Update, Shay went to Tokyo to prep John Copley. Shay has formed too close of a bond with John. Update, Shay served as the right hand of Beaumont in our New England mission. Shay's loyalty to Beaumont surpasses his devotion to Marcaud. This marks Shay as expendable. See also, etc., etc., etc. I don't think we can get Beaumont on this computer. Am I spelling? Can I not spell? That one is Terminal D3. I'm probably not gonna do it tonight, but when you guys actually play through this, it's worth checking out. They've got a dude trying to interview Shay deeply, deeply under the influence of drugs about Beaumont. And it's kind of a glorious little thing there. Can we get John on this one? We can. So, John, withdrawn, socially awkward, a loner, hidden depths, John is ideal to be the bearer of the great message, by which they mean the filth bomb. History, all the signs are roadmapped in John's early life. Never chosen at sports, kept at a distance by a career-driven father, a long-dead mother, lack of early development in social skills, an obsession with reading manga, and fantasies of being a hero who triumphs over great evil. Work brought John to Tokyo, even more isolation. He was in the perfect state. He needed an outlet. We provide. The Fear Nothing Foundation drew him in as natural as gravity. We gave him purpose. He only needed a specialized push. Update. Falfella and Gideon enacted. Shay Hansen became John's enabler. A week of hedonism, mind expansion, and a bond with his new big brother. A boost in confidence. Update. Shay has left Tokyo. The spike in loneliness has left John depressed. He is in just the right place for a personal visit with Marcaud. Update. John has returned to Tokyo. He remembers little of his visit to Marcaud, but he is ready. Update. John has delivered the great message. Marcaud's will be done. May they who dream awaken. So that gives us a little more insight into some of the stuff we've already seen in Tokyo about John and about Shay and that entire situation. And I just set off alt stuff again. I gotta start pretending I'm doing this on purpose at this point. I wonder if I could... Oh, it would let me. There's an exit out that way, but it'll totally let me do this. T3... No, we should continue actually doing things, and I should leave something for people that want to find it out for themselves. Yes, these are the assholes who caused the filth bomb. The Morninglight and the Orochi were not actually working together. There's a lot more plot in there. But, the Orochi were part of the issue out in Tokyo, and they are a big issue. And they also have their own bad ideas about the filth. But the Morninglight, yep, were actually the ones who put everything into play for the filth bomb to actually happen.
Welcome.
Because it's the great message. The great coming together. And it went great for everyone.
Worship and prayers will occur during every lunch period. Please participate.
Oh, Kirsten. Chase having loyalty doubts in his cult. I smell opportunity. Thanks, Kirsten. You're such a dear. Okay, and now we get to hear from Chase. And this is actually... I found this little segment very sweet, and I'm sure they did that on purpose.
Motherfucker! Puta! Right. John was just a gig, you know? They said enable, so I enabled. It's like my gift. I'm the Jiminy motherfucking Cricket of debauchery. John was quiet, awkward, fucked up, a loser. But then so was I when the Morninglight found me. But you get to know a guy. Tangled in a 3-call girl pretzel. You really get to know a guy, you know? Tripping balls on ayahuasca through the 7th sphere of a Tool video piercing the skin of reality. I saw into John. Fear and loathing, man. Thing about John, under that quiet, he was vast. Continents, vistas, worlds and worlds surging under his flesh suit. And they took all of that and just flushed them. Flushed them like a fucking cherry bomb. Right. Right. Hero, you did good for me. Now I do good for you. Tonight, you go by the wall, and I'll have it set so you can get to the favored precinct.
I thought that was a very nice touch that they set it up that Jay, he obviously doesn't care about a lot, but that he did care about John. In some way, at least, he did care about John.
I still believe. I believe that change must happen. That we either initiate it or be at its fucking mercy. But the Morninglight and Marcard, I don't know, man. I don't know. The big man, the Christ of the mutating mysteries, I can point you in the right direction. But if you really want to cross him, you'd better be sure, hero. See, long time ago, I flipped the bird to both God and the devil. Told him to sit and spin. But I still believe in Philip Marcard. And he terrifies me. Nostalgia trip being back here. I was so green. Freshly saved from the puddle of my own piss. I came in a foundling and advanced to anointed. You learn to live simple. Remove the distractions. Meditation. Whole foods. Tune out the screams and the sound of crawling things at night. The announcers from the speakers, at first, they're saying some pretty trite stuff. But then you appreciate it. You keep listening and it goes deeper. Sometimes at 3 a.m. the voice is just saying gibberish. But slowly, slow as the crops growing in the field, that earworm word salad takes on cadence and meaning. And you know. By breakfast time, you can't put it into words to your friends, but you fucking know. Fucking John. He just called me out of the blue. Haven't seen that kid since we got blasted and watched American TV at the Love Hotel in Kaiden. Don't look at me like that. You get stoned in Los Angeles, you watch anime. You get stoned in Tokyo, you watch Buffy, the fucking vampire slayer.
And that's all the rest that Che has to say to us right now. We are going to remember where our house is. Our shack. Our slightly better shack than last time. Shay, oh my god, please. Please, Shay. Please. I'm really liking the day-night mechanics they put into this section. I don't think I'm gonna get into some of the side missions tonight, but there's some very neat side missions where you do things at night, And then there's mirrored missions during the day where you fix what you did at night or you clean up what you did at night. And it's just this very neat little thing. I think it was actually... I don't know if the side missions... I don't know if they spawn right away during the day or if I just missed them because I was trying to get through the story content. Because I didn't play the daylight ones until I'd already done all of the night ones. All the night ones were like, you know, you sabotage the trucks and you do the graffiti. I didn't even see the daytime side missions until I'd already done that. And then I was back in the daytime and it was like, oh, do you want a side mission to clean graffiti? And I was like, oh. Yeah. Gotcha. Yeah, it is interesting. I think it really would only work in kind of a contained area like this one. I think if you tried to do it in a larger area, it would very quickly get a little bit too complicated and a little too awkward. But for kind of a small little, you know, intro area like this, I think it works very well. We are doing One Flew Over.
What was that?
We just let the guards get distracted, like you do. And Shay has helpfully given us away over the wall. Because there was no way we were going to earn ourselves into favored. That was not going to happen. Yeah, they do some very, very neat things with this mission.
You don't belong here. Time to die.
And we're gonna get shot at a little bit.
An undesirable is loose in the favored area. Kill
I am
them.
slightly OP for the area. If you were actually coming into this right out of Tokyo, probably everything wouldn't die quite as fast. And there's people way more geared than I am. Like, I'm still mostly in purples. I've got a couple of yellows. There's people in full reds. Jimmy the Rabbit has, like, maxed out reds on everything. On his main. So for the record, even as a fairly casual-ish player, like, if you just take some time and play the game, yeah. Although in a way, it's kind of like when Tokyo was first released in TSW. Like, the players who had been around for forever had a whole lot of extra time just to grind old missions, because that's what there was to do. What's nuts? Jimmy's gear, but he's got maxed out reds, yeah. Jimmy is the best kind of nuts, though. If you've ever seen any of his videos or any of that, like, he does the craziest things with this game, and it's awesome. He's done, what's the mission I'm thinking of? The mission in the junkyard where you have to not touch the ground. He's done that, like, on a skateboard, and I think he had it set up so his actual... I forget if that was where he had it set up that his actual controllers were bananas, or if that was the Mountain Dew cans. No, that's really a thing that happened. Like, he sets things up so he controls the players, controls his player through, like, friggin' soda cans and bananas, and then does the ridiculous jumping puzzles that the rest of us can't even do on a normal keyboard. Yeah. I don't think I have a link handy, but I'm pretty sure if you Google, like, Secret World Jimmy the Rabbit, all one word, yeah, all one word over on YouTube, I think he's got his videos up there. He has also been streaming. I know! What am I supposed to be doing? I'm supposed to be approaching the mansion gate. Because I'm sure this will go well. I'm sure they let anybody just wander up to the gate, right? What are we at? Okay. It's only about 2:30. There's a particular point of this mission that I really want to get to. I will try not to rush too fast through it, but there's something I really want to do before I log off for tonight. Yeah, I think most of his stuff with the interesting controllers, if they're not up on his Twitch, then they're up on his YouTube. Open the mansion gate, sure. Sure. Hey, guess what? That didn't work.
Intruder, intruder. Let them not close.
The cards will be done.
I've seen a few players complain about the way the blooded look. I mean, I guess they seem fine to me. They're no worse than the, like the giant mutant zombies. It's the same sort of aesthetic. And you get a story explanation for what they are, so... find the source. We will find the source. We're gonna take these guys out before we explore. Because that is the smart thing to do. I am really good at stopping to read things and forgetting to kill things away. Knock me over. So it's not going to be here because I already collected it, but we've got this practice target over here that you can shoot. You get a lure out of there too. Again, I have ruined everything by already playing through and collecting all the lore. I should have at least left the lore, but I don't think I have that kind of self-control. I really don't think I can play through Secret World content and not collect the lore just to make sure it's there when I stream again. I'll next time we get like a brand new area, brand new story content, I'll try. I'll see if it makes my head explode. But you can kind of see over here, they've got a normal person, they've got somebody about, you know, halfway blooded, and then they've got somebody full-blooded there. And I believe we get some more information here about the Blooded Project. The mission: to create the best possible warriors, the dervishes of our holy change, soldiers of transmutation. The favored are sorted into their proper castes, the pure, the enablers, the mouts, the shivering choir, etc. We ask every favored sorted as a soldier if they would like to be improved upon, better made in the light of Markad's purpose. All say yes. Does anybody know the right way to pronounce? Is it Agamuxa? Agamuxa? You find them pretty goofy? Yeah. Yeah, I'm still kind of torn. The blood, we're going with the blood of the Agamuxa? Markad says it is powerful. We inject it into our soldiers. Their strength is terrifying and beautiful. Also, despite me not being able to pronounce that, that's also all of the monsters, as per usual, in Secret World that we run into that are named. You can Google those names, you can find folklore about them, or you can find weird, cryptid blog entries about them. And these guys are kind of neat. This is one of the ones that I did Google just because I was curious how much they based on something that actually existed in some form of folklore, and they did. Okay, the power of our blooded soldiers cannot be denied. Some are incompatible in bodily rupture. They do gain a taste for raw flesh. They demand human flesh, like the one who gives them the blood. We thought this was merely psychological until we did a blind taste test. Other forms of meat seem to offer them little satisfaction. So, you know, you just have creatures now that need to eat human flesh. There's nothing wrong there. Research and observation. Keeper's log. Brother Stone. Rakad is more clever than Solomon to bind such powerful creatures. The cages are being prepared. I'm so paranoid. Yes, Mops. Yes, they do. Yes. And speaking of Jimmy the Rabbit, he, you run into them later. I don't know why I'm trying so hard not to spoil, but you run into them later, and he did confirm that not only does the game's lore have the foot eyes, but the actual models for the creatures also have eyes on their feet. They're contained, each has a different personality. Ours is the most docile, most curious about our ways, calls himself Brother Stone. Rakad's wisdom transcends. It touches even monsters. I read to Brother Stone. He cannot get enough of the teachings of the Morninglight. Brother Stone is very polite. Chews with his mouth closed, tries not to let me see the human flesh. Told him I don't mind. Brother Stone offers blood freely, even enthusiastically. Very interested in the blooded project. Safest of the specimens to use. Brother Stone is so cooperative. We let him out. He wants to live as a member of the Morninglight. Rakad is particular about bound Agamuksa and the defensive wards, but the stone symbol doesn't match, so it should be fine. I'm not going to tell Markad yet, going to show him how well we have integrated this creature into our society. Markad will be so proud. Oh, the ones injected with the blood. Good question, we can go look. Stone, I don't think so, because they've got eyes on their face. I mean, you can see that the blooded have eyes in their face, so I don't think they get eyes on their feet too, but we can look. Stone is doing so well, wanted to join the physical activity group with foundlings, participates in fight night. No mishaps yet. Not a major risk, they're only foundlings. And if we go to cage access, cage is already open. So there was a thing here. They opened up the cage because Brother Stone wanted to be part of the Morninglight. And they're apparently now just using it for storage. And heads. Oh, you're wearing shoes. I guess we cannot definitely confirm or deny since they're all wearing shoes, but since they do have eyes on their faces, I'm guessing not. That's my guess. Oh, I forgot to grab something I needed. Lame. Well, I mean, you know, if you're gonna be a soldier, it's a little bit more convenient to have eyes on your face than eyes on your feet, so... the treatment makes the subjects very strong but very hungry. They need flesh. That flesh can be fresh or rotting, but it must be human. Use this access key to enter the warehouse where cadavers are stored, wear one of the provided breathing masks, and steer clear of the living specimen held there. P.S. The breathing mask isn't a polite suggestion. Trust me. And so we continue to explore. We get to go find some dead bodies. Yay. Yay. Aiga matcha? I will always trust Mops for pronunciation. Mops is the one who first pointed out to me that Orochi should be Orochi and not Arachi.
I hate night shift.
Okay.
Stink!
Nice, thank you, Mops.
Ah, Jesus! Can still smell them through the soup. Smelly blood.
Miss my flamethrower so much.
Let me out!
I miss my flamethrower so much. I totally understand and respect that they're not doing the Ox weapons in SWL. I miss my flamethrower so much. So yeah, this cage is still occupied.
Let me out!
Yes, those are legs. Okay, continuing. Oh. Chamber's still chilling up here. I still miss my flamethrower. Yeah, that would be my guess, that they're just too lazy to remove the skulls and bones. Maybe they feed them to the hyenas. Okay, incident report. Yesterday, Doctors Seki? Anyway, entered the enclosure of the specimen known as Brother Tooth in the meat processing warehouse. He was killed. We lost 3 blooded soldiers and 2 other personnel getting him back in his cage. What is left of his body remains in the enclosure. As of now, Marcotte has issued greater security protocols on the cages, including unlocking codes. Let this be a warning as to the deadliness of what you're privileged to work with. Let this serve as testament to the power Marcotte wields. Marcotte's will be done. The password is sacrilege. We have more research. Keeper's log for Brother Tooth. Each Brother Tooth nearly died. Doctor seems really interested in the beast. Thing just howls and howls. Keep earphones in all the time. No one likes to be in this warehouse anymore. Bloody stench. Even more rotting meat. Great. Lost a mate getting blood from the beast. Needs more and more time here. Suits me not to have to mind beast so much. Only the doctor and the beast stare at each other in a way that unsettles. Threw Chad's body in with the beast today. No one liked Chad much. It's okay? Okay, I felt like I was pronouncing that wrong. We'll go with Sakai. Sakai. That makes more sense. More of the same, more of Dr. Sakai, obsessed with the beast. I'm just listening to my Marcotte audiobooks and trying not to watch. Yeah, I guess we're not in Tokyo anymore, so we don't know for sure that it's necessarily Japanese. We'll go with it, though. Things went a bit haywire with the tech, but it's under control now. Dr. Sakai ate a piece of a corpse. No one believes me. He's dead. Dr. Sakai went into the cage, nothing much left. Fuck. I've got a long report to file. After all that, it seems like a really good idea to let him out of the cage, right? That totally seems like a good plan.
Ooh, yes. Free! I get you. I itch.
No. We do neither of these things, sir. You neither kill nor eat me.
I rip you.
Yeah, great plan. 10 out of 10. Well, he's been screaming at me for minutes on end that he wants to eat me. We just found out that he's already killed multiple people.
Yes. Free!
So we're just gonna let him out of the cage now.
I eat you.
And Kirsten puts up with us. Why? Any of our faction handlers, they put up with us. Why?
They're your flesh tissue.
Well, I'm not entirely sure. Pretty sure if I had a subordinate who made decisions like this, I'd be done. Send them off to the hive or something. He doesn't. He hears us and he smells us.
I rip you.
We're not exactly being very quiet. And he is starving. Now, I don't know if we can zoom in enough. Yeah, you can just kind of see right there. They did, in fact, animate them with the eyes on the feet. This area is a little dark, but yeah, you can see that. And you can also see that they don't have eyes on their face when they're in better light. Yeah. Yeah, they did in fact put that in. Oh, of course, because we needed the key card. That's probably Dr. Sakei's. Kai's. I am good at remembering how we decided to pronounce names. He can watch where he steps. You're allowed to regret nothing, Mops. We forgive you.
Show yourself.
Dude, I didn't even get all the way in and started shooting. It's not very nice. Let's see, and we've got some lovely eggs over here.
Poor me, pity me, mortal. I did not come here of my own will.
We've got another friend in a cage.
You are not one of my gods.
They're recreating Jurassic Park. No, but those are probably
Another white coat to torment me.
Angamato?
More whirring bubbles.
As we continue trying to pronounce things. They're pterodactyl beasties in South Africa.
My life force is used to confound my technological bubbles. Who is there? Another white coat to torment me? More needs? More whirring bubbles?
You notice this guy is he has a little bit more to say, a little more variety to what he says than the last one we met. I got that one right, good.
They poke me, cut me, test me. Please, let me out. Free me. Free me.
At least this guy presents a case for it. Okay, this is Brother Knickknack.
God bound our life forces, but to me, he was the cruelest of all.
Cage's built acquisition is dangerous, though much more sedate than the Brother Tooth specimen. Ours is Brother Knickknack. Dr. Sakai says all of... Mops, you just told me how to pronounce it. are contained and accounted for.
Please.
Specimen is fascinated with technology. Keeping him in his warehouse keeps his mind occupied. None of our tech is working. Why? Is this to do with Specimen? Specimen is able to retard the functions of electronics. I believe this can be harnessed. Specimen's nascent ability to manipulate technology has been harnessed via special antenna. We use it to block all electronic communication from entering and leaving New Dawn unless authorized. Ayamacha. Okay, they are also known as Breaker of Boats.
They poke me, cut me, test me. Please, let me
Feel confident in giving Specimen a little more room to roam under special
me.
guard. Letting Specimen wander the warehouse was a mistake. We need him right under the antenna. Foundlings were able to send receive messages on their devices to the outside world. Marcad furious. Specimen returned to enclosure. It's a shame. He was well behaved. He whines petulantly in his cage. Little to report. There's little change with Brother Knickknack. Dr. Sakai spends more and more time with the Specimen in the meat room. I can only speculate that our Ayamacha is so well behaved we require less management.
Another white coat to torment me? More needs? More
Okay.
worrying bubbles?
Dr. Sakai is dead. I'm applying for his position. Of course we're gonna open the cage, because you seem so nice. Opening cage, make all due acceptance with your mortality. Thank you. Okay, so this guy kills me still fairly often. It's like you have to kill him fast enough. I guess I just spoiled that. I just accidentally spoiled that early. Because in theory, he's just chilling here. We just let him out. He's fine.
Thank you, mortal. Kind mortal. I am so sorry. But I must eat you now. I will think well of you.
Because he does this thing. See, I think I have more luck with him if I start him off down this way. Because you see, he gets those drones out. And we've already learned we can't move next to the drones. And there's probably a really, really good way to do this fight other than just trying to burn him down as fast as possible before the drones get here.
No. I love you.
But if so, I haven't found it, and mostly I just try to kill him very, very fast before all the drones come and I can't move and I die. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
Mortal, that hurt.
It works less well when I keep getting caught in his attack. This is me. Die. Oh! That was really close. Hi Dalton, and yeah, in chat. I just run around like an idiot. That's why I try to avoid the drones and run around them. Yeah. I feel like I almost have a better luck the second time, because the second time he starts way at the back of the building. And then I have a little bit more time before... You think we both went down? Yeah, that was close. Because when he starts back here, it's not quite as bad with the drones. And the drones also start way back here.
Please understand. I do not hate you. No. I love you.
Oh. It also helps if I actually dodge.
Mortal, that hurt.
It... beat him, I accidentally got stuck in a corner, but somehow it worked. Ever since, it's usually taken me 2 or 3 tries.
But I love
okay. Here we go.
I love you.
I thought I heard a rumor. There was a lore in here too. But you had to, like... Ooh! I betcha maybe it's this guy. Defective Seeker Drone. Yes! We have glorious, glorious lore. You wouldn't be surprised if we were still secret in Florida? Yeah. Team Tampa. There we go. Yes. Giant stands on his hands to see this despair in its prey's eyes fade into inert jelly. It drops the corpse. It bellows to earth and sky. It was born in the long ago when earth and sky lustily met. The monster bellows, but its absent parents do not answer. Petulantly, the giant eats the corpse, skin, meat, and marrow. Beautiful. And I think I forgot to check out this computer. I forget if it tells us anything new. Oh yeah, you can have the actual journal. You get Dr. Sakai getting super convinced that he can control Brother Stone. I ordered Tooth's blood to be extracted. Tooth's blood is too untestable. And he keeps repeating this. Damn it, I am will, I am control. Spend less and less time in tech warehouse. I like the solitude in the meat room. Don't mind the stench. Brother Tooth and I stare at each other, building a rapport. Experimented with fresher meat. Chad died. No one likes Chad. He's a complainer. There will be no reprisal. I am will, I am control. Nobody, you guys, nobody likes Chad. I don't know if that's supposed to be a reference to Chad the Chipmunk, or just nobody likes Chad. Love hurts. Yeah. Yeah. Lost a finger, but I will break tooth. Progress. Complaint from tech warehouse. Strange spike in the ratings. They can handle it. Need to stay with tooth. I'm so close. Bit into one of the corpses. Meat slid off the bone. I managed to swallow. Tooth nodded and smiled. I've reached him. I am will. I am control. I've done it. I can control Tooth. I'm going in. And we already know how that ended. Spoilers. It did not end well. This is an interesting thing. So I'm guessing Kishi, and then the Kangamato. You knew someone named Chad before, no one liked him either. So these guys are the demon hyenas, and these guys are the pterodactyl beasties. And this I find interesting. Marcotte seems to have conjured creatures out of the mythology of this continent, the pterodactyl people and the demon hyena. We know so little. Did he take control of existing beings that inspired the myths, or has his power manifested in the form of the local mythology? And if it is the latter, is it because shared memory holds geographical power? Or is Marcotte simply choosing the forms that will have the most impact on the local populace? Questions beget questions, but that, as Marcotte says, is the ladder to wisdom. It spirals upward. And that is a really neat note, because they're making it clear that in this area of the game, we don't know if these are the actual mythological beings, or if it's something Marcotte has constructed somehow, or if they exist but he's controlling them. Oh, Mops is giving us something else. They're also referred to as the... I'm just gonna put it in chat there. The Gagarib. The hyenas are both referred to as that and the Gagarib. Okay, then they probably are related. The hyenas in the actual enemies in game look like hyenas, but I believe that is the one that they're supposed to be leaning towards. What am I doing? I'm supposed to investigate the distant roar. Oh, we have to figure out pronunciation first. Very important. Hello, Beastie. So we have another friend here. That's not the one I wanted. We have a big friend. Big friend. Not as big as another friend that I'm hoping we meet before I have to wrap up for tonight. I don't know who I'm kidding. We're playing through until we meet my other friend. I should be able to do that and still get sleep before tomorrow. And that's like the perfect note to end on. Yeah, I like the glowheads. I also like how they've kept the laughter as ongoing sound design. You don't see it as much up here. But during the nighttime instances in that first area. Like, sometimes I'll hear the laughter and I'll be confused for a second because I'm like, wait, that sounds like a person. And I'm like, no, wait, that would be the hyenas. That would be the point. Bye, Beastie. Okay, then maybe they're not the same. Maybe they've just been referenced in the same paragraph and I misunderstood. Actually, let's see here. The better to eat you with. Yeah, there you go, Mops. It has a human face, the better to charm, to woo, to lure you. On the back of its head, they have a hyena face. Another story transmits a mouth-to-ear infection. It is shared by the fire at the meat table between rounds of drink. It is a story of the Gagarib, the spotted one, the beast of the pit. That's what it is. It's referenced, but not as the same creature. It's referenced as part of a story. I'm guessing? Yeah, I think so. You guys are not up to anything good in this warehouse. I think I can state that without anybody correcting me. There is nothing good coming out of this warehouse. And you notice I walked up to them and they fell over.
Spirits, attend.
Have another friend. But, you know, as long as the friends don't have drones, I'm fine. It's the friends with drones who gets me.
You are mere flesh.
Sometimes sometimes YouTube is terrible. I'm responding to something in chat here. Sometimes YouTube is terrible for giving recommendations for the exact opposite thing you would ever want to watch in your entire life. I had a little bit better luck once I started... I forget if I started, like, Lost Channel? I don't know. I messed around with it at one point, and I started having a little bit better luck, but... I had that issue a lot during, a certain thing that happened with gamers a number of summers ago. That I kept getting recommendations for videos that I would not watch in a million years. Oh, you like gaming, so you must want to watch this. No. No, I do not. I do not at all. See, that wouldn't bother me, Moms. I was getting the crazy heads.
You are mere flesh.
I was getting the crazy, racist, sexist, crazy heads in my recommendations. Sometimes you watch like one video and YouTube just connects it to the craziest stuff.
You are mere flesh.
It seems better, for me at least, it seems better now than it used to be, but...
No, can't be. Only human. May my brothers gnaw on your heart.
So you can tell this dude was also, he had a lot more to say than that first one. And I believe, yeah, this is not, they were not doing good things here. This warehouse was not full of happy fun times. I guess maybe the people involved were enjoying themselves, but... Yes, Dalton is saying YouTube recommendations are based off of related search terms as opposed to a more people who watch this also watch this algorithm. Yeah, hey, look, sausage! Wait, that's not sausage. No. So this is Brother Charm. The cage is ready, the wards and ritual circles are set. My charge is the entity called Brother Charm. I've longed to see one of these... Agamucha? Did I do it right that time? Up close. I will get his measure. Brother Charm is versed in the arts arcane. We have talked deep into the night every night since he was brought to me. We have learned much from each other. Yeah, we wish it was sausage. I bring Brother Charm new books and... Close enough? Okay. And grimoires daily. His hunger for words and wisdom is admirable. I have even teased a few syllables of his true name. This tedious log, what has gone on? Brother Charm is kept in the warehouse, but given the run of the place, he helps the initiates with the summoning of the extraplanar powers. Understand, it is not that Brother Charm is not dangerous. He may be the most dangerous monster of his brothers, but he is possessed of a calculating, even regal nature. He knows what is at stake here, that we must all work together if we are to perfect our arts and not end up in the bellies of demons. There is no more need for a cage, and there is no more need of this paltry keeper's log. The others may be caretaking after animals, but Brother Charm is more. And again, if you go to cage access, cage is already open. So we've seen a couple of buddies who were kept in the cage and a couple that were let out. With varying degrees of awfulness happening, whether they were let out or not. What's the other fun thing? Yeah, there's the one above that door too. zoom in. So yeah, not the Happy Fun Times warehouse. Ooh, I didn't notice these before. We probably can't read any of them. That's a shame. Sam Craig. That's that jerk out on Savage Coast. That's that jerk. I don't hate the character as much as some other people do, but he is kind of a jerk. Oh, there were maggots for a second? The sad thing is I didn't even notice. I'm so sorry. Oh man, I wish it was sausage. A dim voice is heard from Freud's grave. Yeah. Okay. I get some water, because we're going to try opening the mansion gate again. Because we've collected all the sigils now, right? We've got all the nice little glowy things, and we should be able to open the gate now, right? Right? Right?
Warning. An undesirable is loose in the favored area.
This is collectively known amongst players as the what the fuck moment, and also that moment where shit gets real.
We see you.
This is the part that I wish I was streaming the first time I ran across it. I was not just freaking out because everything goes to shit and everything's terrifying, but because dinosaurs that's one of the things that's been teased by the devs. Also pay attention to what it's saying. I know I'm talking over it, but pay attention to those subtitles for what the announcements are saying, because those are also beautiful and terrifying. Anyway, the tier. She's gonna keep talking and I want to talk over her. The T-Rex thing has been teased for like a ridiculous long amount of time in TSW. I've got pictures. The devs used to run around sometimes. In not a filth dinosaur skin, but a different looking dinosaur skin. And this is I don't care. This is so awesome. I shouldn't have killed the eggs. If you don't kill the eggs, then you get some little mini dinos. Yes, a Tyrannosaurus nope. Okay, I'm gonna let the eggs hatch just so you can see. We get writhing hatchlings. Oh, I killed it. Look at that. You can see the filth on it. See the filth moving. Oh god, that little baby one looked so sad. Also, I am so glad they don't let this monster disappear right away, because again, the first time I fought this, I just like, I took a bunch of screenshots, and then I just stood here like staring at it for a few minutes going, did I just fight? Is that what I just fought? I think that's what I just fought. Oh, is Twitch being twitchy? It is. It is so creepy. Yes, this is also my favorite part. It's just absolutely beautiful, because you're just, like, there was creepy stuff in the warehouses, and you've been following the story, but you figure, you know, it's a normal mission, you unlocked all the sigils you need, you're just gonna open the gate, and it's gonna be fine, and then even the sky goes to shit. The loudspeaker goes insane, the sky goes insane in a very specific way. This is a very this thing the sky is doing now is a very specific thing that has meaning if you've played through the game up until this point. And then you get the dinosaur, and then if you still run over here thinking, okay, well, I killed the filth dinosaur, I'm gonna, nope. Nope. I am not gonna just run right over. Because nope. Because every nope. Yeah, they did an awesome job with this. Okay, so some people are buffering, some people aren't. Okay, well, it's about 3 in the morning, so I'm going to... Oop. I'm gonna do a little bit more here, but I was probably gonna wrap it up in a minute anyway, just because it's getting kind of late. And this was the part I really, really wanted to get to before I called it for the night. And this is that fateful message. Someone figured out how to use their phone again? Fabulous. You, me, Agartha portal, now. What you don't get to see, unfortunately, again, because I've already run this, is, so the dude who was, blocking all of the phone transmissions, when you take him out, all of a sudden you get this one after another, after another, after another text message from your faction handler, whomever they may be. None of them are happy. None of them are happy that you dropped off the face of the world and you have not been answering your phone for at least, you know, a couple few days here. It's glorious. It's hilarious. I recommend you play it through. Someday maybe I'll get another character up to this point and then run through on you know, on the actual story, so you get all the extra stuff too. But it's so much better if you play it through yourself. Yes, dude borked reality. Reality is every borked. We have broken South Africa. It might not be entirely our fault. It's probably Marcod's fault, but we accidentally broke South Africa. Oops. Well, I get... Yeah. Yeah. And the entire next section, like, it stays like this. And I love it to death. I love that shot. Okay, I'm being a dork. I am fangirling. Okay, it's 3:10. We ran just like... It is. It is pretty. Sorry, I keep interrupting myself because I'm responding to chat, but no, I think all of the Gaia engine stuff is very, very pretty. It's creepy and otherworldly, as it should be, but also very, very, very pretty. Oof. Jump off the edge! Jump off the... If I could, I would. And they know we would have. This is one of the very, very few invisible walls in the entire game. Probably because they know we would. Dude, there's points in the game where you have to jump into that abyss. So most players would try, if we could. Oh yeah. Maybe Emma's down there. Emma! Emma! No, Emma? Actually, I really like some of the details out here, too. The little flowers and the monster that's still here. Because the monster's still here. Well, here, maybe I'll at least kind of meander towards the animal well before I wrap up. I mean, I could just teleport out there, but it's so beautiful and creepy that the entire area is like this. This is why I say, like, we broke South Africa. Everything is broken in now.
Local bounty detected.
Here we have the demon hiker. Oh, I should have let it do its spec. I actually really like the special attack they do. Because it's really, really creepy. Here. That right there. It doesn't actually do a whole lot, but it's just kind of wonderfully weird and creepy. Okay, on point. Oh, I'm leaving the mission area. I'm not going to do a kill mission right now. It's like 3 in the morning. I'm trying to meander towards wrapping up. While still enjoying the fact that we broke everything. Everything is broken. Where am I going? I'm going back to the chair. Oh, I meant to find one of our flying friends too, so mops could see. I think there's some over here. I want one that's perched. We can see it a little bit better. There we go. It'll fly down in a second. There we go. You just kind of chill out on top of the buildings and fly around and summon down tornadoes sometimes, like you do. Your Jurassic Park joke? That's why. No, Mops, that's why I thought they were the same. Because it says Azure, Yes. So I'm not sure what they were going for. And they do kind of play around with folklore sometimes. To make it fit a little bit more into the game, as you do. Are you the same buddy, or are you different? You still look like a hyena to me. You're spotted instead of striped. Yeah, I'm really curious now. Because they're usually really, really good about that.
There is only empty space and you are but a thought.
And you are but a thought. There is only empty space in you, and you are but a thought. I'm not gonna do that side mission right now. We're gonna jump up over here. Jump. Okay, when we pick back up again, we can go sit in the chair of shame. Find out what Kirsten has to say to us about borking all of South Africa. But yeah, it's 3:15. I gotta wrap some stuff up still so I can go to sleep and actually work in the morning, but... Well, no, thank God, not in the morning. I close tomorrow again. I would not be up until 3 in the morning if I had to work in the morning. Anyway. Yeah. Thank you so much, everybody who came out and joined me. It's been a lot of fun, and I needed some fun after how work went today, so thank you. I appreciate. Yeah, you guys have a good night too. Thank you. Bye.